You know, some Cajon Valley Union School District students returned to class today. We have video of the district reopening for some in-person learning as part of their summer program a couple of months ago. The district says the number of students returning today is based on each school's capacity. The majority are in the lower grades. The district says inside students and teachers will wear masks and social distance. They've also staggered the schedule to make sure not everyone comes to campus at once. So joining us right now, Cajon Valley Union Superintendent David Miyashito. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, good morning, Virginia. How are you?
Good, thanks. Can you explain how this is working? So, for example, how many schools open today? And is this a hybrid program where some students are doing in person and some are doing virtual?
Yeah, so we started a summer program with 6,000 students, about 30% capacity. And to give our students a chance to learn the new procedures, we're starting at 50% in our classrooms. Actually, I'm here at Crest Elementary where they're welcoming all students back 5 days a week. So depending on the size and the availability of our campuses, a lot of our kids are starting full-time today, 5 days a week.
So I know you had the summer program in which you had some in-person learning. Can you explain what you learned by doing that and how that helped you formulate a plan to reopen today?
Yeah, all the different safety guidelines and protocols are all theoretical. So until we put them into practice and actually had teachers use the rules and the new methodologies for bringing kids on campus and leaving campus and social distancing, we were able to actually figure out, what makes sense. And so lots of the things that we're doing now were based on daily learnings that teachers would say, you know what, we should start onboarding kids at these different places, or we should take a little bit extra time when we bring kids onto campus and spread out the start of school. Things like that we couldn't have learned without having actually done it in person. And so we're really grateful that our board authorized our summer enrichment programs so we could actually practice these things before we had to do it today for real. And so today I'm excited at Crest Elementary School. Sabrina Copeland, our principal, is giving me a tour. And our kids and parents are so happy. They're so excited.
So happy. Yes, so happy. Thrilled to be back.
Yeah, actually,
the parents dropping off kids today were ecstatic.
Yeah, that brings me to ask, what kind of input did you get from parents and staff members and students before you reopened?
We actually surveyed way back in May because we had planned to open school in August for everybody. And then the governor's plans changed, so we had to pivot. But we resurveyed parents and staff again. We have about 2/3 of our parents opting for in-person learning and about 1/3 that are opting to stay with distance learning. And so we're excited to be able to accommodate the choices of our parents. And I think that that's important, that we give our parents choice.
Yeah, that absolutely, I'm sure, is something that makes a lot of people happy because, as you know, not everyone feels the same way. In terms of should there be some sort of problem with the coronavirus, some sort of outbreak, I'm sure you must have plans in place of how you would handle that going forward.
Yeah, so contact tracing and making sure that our cohorts don't mix outside of social distancing and 6 feet when we can't maintain the distance. And then being very careful about how we manage and move our cohorts around campus. So Sabrina's school will have recess staggered all throughout the day as opposed to just one recess. Kids are using the outside space and indoor space very strategically to make sure that they're not crossing paths, but also having a maximized indoor-outdoor experience.
Now, for other districts that may be watching you, what would you say was the biggest challenge in getting everything together to do this?
I think for us is starting as soon as possible. So we started back in March and April with a free childcare for essential worker program and scaling up. So we started with just 30 kids, scaled up to 200 kids, this summer to 6,000 kids. And now we're inviting all of our students back, but it was in phases and increments, not all at once. And I think by doing it in phases and having proof of concept, we're able to assure not just for our parents, but for our teachers and staff that their safety is first. And I think that's important to me. And make sure you can do it safely. And then the kids and the enjoyment, learning, and laughter will come after.
Well, Superintendent David Miyashito, thank you so much for explaining all of that. We wish you the best, and I hope it's a great school year for everybody.
We are open and we're taking transfers, and we'd love to see as many students back in our classrooms as possible.
All right, thank you so much.